Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today? I'm so sorry I couldn't go live last week, guys. I'm going to do a video on this on my vlog channel, but when I tell you 2026 has been whooping my behind, like I needed a second, but we're back. We're here. We're live. Let's get into it. Hello, Lakeisha. Hello, June. Hello, T. Geddes. Hello, Rena. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. You're at work. I love when you guys are like, oh, I'm watching you at work, because I used to do the same thing. I would be over there at Intact Insurance, be like, what's my content creator saying today? Listen, so I hear it. Hello, Stacy. Hi, Hallie. Hi, Alexa. Oh, you guys. I don't even know what other tea's been going on in these streets. I just wanted to talk about these stories because you guys wanted to talk about this last week. So I wanted to give you guys what I couldn't give you guys last week. And then maybe we could talk about some miscellaneous stuff at the end of the video. But today we're going to touch on the Huda drama. I don't think anything has happened since last week, but hey, y'all can let me know if that's the case. We're going to talk about Taylor Frankie Paul. We're going to talk about, what's his man's name? Nick Viall and his wife and the weird age of attraction thing. And then we have to talk about Mr. Julez Smith. I know his name is Smith, but I love to call him Jules Knowles. But Julez Smith and Miss Tommie Lee. What the hell? What the hell? Anyways, before I get into it, let's get back into saying my hellos. Hello, everybody. Oh, y'all are on time. Y'all did not play today. Hi. What is there to talk about Vic and Christine? What happened with them? Okay, bring that up at the end because I don't know what you're referring to. Hey, Leah. Hey, Baba Coco. I don't know. V, what's good? Olga, what's good? Carrie, darn it, Carrie. Darn it, Carrie. Got it. Zana. Okay, you guys are here. Lovely. I missed you guys too. I missed you too. It's been a while. Yes, please like the video. Before we get into it, please like the video. So, if anybody just happens to not know what's been going on with Huda, we're gonna start with her. So, Huda was issued a restraining order by Louis Russell's baby mama because Huda was threatening her and the child and her own child in a sense, because she was swearing on her child's life. I don't know. And then she was also threatening to off herself. So we're going to talk. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Rena. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to talk about Huda first. Huda's response, reported by Storytime with Ricky.
From Love Island, USA is responding to all of the allegations going around about her and the restraining order and all of the drama. Here is what she had to say. She just posted this on her story. I'm aware of what's being said and it's not true. I'm handling everything the right way by letting legal take care of it. I appreciate everyone who continues to support me. Wording was just on the background of this like Jim's. Mother of his child also released a statement to TMZ, which we just went over in a previous video. She detailed what happened and said she doesn't want drama, a response, or even an apology, just privacy and safety for her family. And said it's an extremely unfortunate situation for everybody involved, while emphasizing her son's safety will always come first. I'm not really sure what Huda is referencing as not true, but a temporary restraining order has been granted and a report was filed. Here is a copy of the report. This incident was documented from the mother of his child, and there is a hearing date scheduled for April 3rd. I'm not sure what part she's referencing as not true, but we will have to stay tuned for any statements or any other things that come out regarding this case. I will stay on top of it. I will keep you guys updated. And of course, I will keep you guys updated on the hearing date as well.
The thing that really frustrates me about the whole Huda situation is the fact that production or the audience or whatever just didn't intervene sooner. And I know a lot of us were not with Huda's behavior. Listen, I know majority of my audience were here, right? But a lot of these young kids and an alarming amount of older people were supporting her behavior, using her behavior to justify their own behavior. The lady was a tyrant on the show. She was so insufferable to so many people, but production kept her on because she was good for TV. The audience kept supporting her because, you know, they have the same toxic traits that she does. So if you call her out, they'd have to call themselves out. It was absolutely insane. So now to hear that Huda has been in drama after drama after drama outside the show, I'm not shocked. I wanted to talk about that live stream incident where she was on live with Louis, and then somebody called in and they said Olandria is an N-word, and they laughed, and then they turned around and said, oh, we didn't hear it, we didn't hear it. This is all Huda core. Like, nothing about Huda's behavior surprises anybody. Nothing surprises us. So to see now that she is threatening other people's lives, she's getting a restraining order put on her. And I've heard that getting a restraining order is not easy. You really have to prove that you are in danger. So it was filed and approved. That's wild. And then Louis apparently tried to file, I'm getting all this from Storytime with Ricky. So if more has developed and I haven't seen it, y'all let me know. Louis tried to file an emergency custody agreement or whatever. That was denied. And I'm thinking, what custody? The man barely wanted to accept the child existence when this was all coming out in the media, and now you want full custody. Not to say he can't fight for full custody, but it's a little interesting. Of course, people are still supporting her behavior. That doesn't shock me in the slightest. Love Island producers need to be held accountable. They cast a woman who was mentally unwell and jeopardized her safety and the safety of the people around her. And that's the thing. It's not just the fact that she is insufferable to the people around her. She's a danger to herself. Now we see her threatening to throw herself off a building, which, like, as somebody who has suffered with mental health, I feel like, oof, child, it comes in waves. I don't think that's something that you ever fully get over, or maybe that's just me, I don't know. But as somebody who's been in the depths of depression, it is a serious thing to say things like, I want to jump, or I want to whatever. Because number one, you don't know when the person actually means it. And number two, if you were aware of things like that being said and you didn't do anything, it's a sticky situation, right? So you mean to tell me this is the first time anybody has ever heard that kind of verbiage come from her? There's no way. There's no way. And even if it wasn't threats of, offing herself, there were things that she would do and say that were just alarming on the show, off the show, all kinds of stuff. Like, let's be so for real. Oh my goodness. She does need to be in therapy, and in the least demeaning way possible. She actually needs to unpack a lot of her demons in therapy. Goodness sakes. Haven't watched Love Island in so long, so I barely know of Huda. I'm not surprised she is violent. Yeah, man. Oh, you sent it on Instagram. Do I want to see this? I don't think I do, Leah. I don't think I want to see this. Oh Lord, Amaya is a rapper. That's interesting. Okay, we'll hold on to that. So the interesting thing about the whole Huda situation is a lot of people tend to absolve her behavior because she's a mom. Oh, she's going through so much. You guys don't understand. She's a mom. Moms make mistakes, especially young moms. You shouldn't guilt her because she's a mom or whatever. If anything, and I'm not a mother, there should be a heightened worry because she's a mom. And I'm not saying you judge how she mothers, but some of the behavior that has been enabled should be scrutinized a bit more because she's a mom. That's just me. I don't know. You guys want to see Amaya rapping? Try. We'll get to it at the end. Let's focus. Yeah, I'm just like, respectfully, I don't think that her being a mother means that we should be any lighter on her, especially because this has nothing to do with her being a mom. It's not like she's struggling with postpartum depression, not to my knowledge, at least. It's not like, she's fighting with her own baby daddy and something's going on. She's in a relationship with somebody who, I think in the text she said that she lied about something and she was sorry that she lied and she's not typically a liar. And then she pulled up to the baby mama's place, like where they were staying. She found her way into the building. All of these things are concerning, and they don't relate to her being a mom. They relate to her exhibiting toxic behavior that needs to be condemned. We need to be honest about that. If she's swearing on her daughter's life, she's going to, that she's going to jump if her boyfriend doesn't answer her text, then respectfully, I'm concerned. That's what I'm saying. Being a mom isn't an excuse to accept bad behavior of someone. I agree, which leads us to the Taylor Frankie Paul situation. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, let me read this last comment. The fact that Huda prides herself in being an involved mom on the show, just for her to come out and the world find out that she doesn't even have custody of her child, that told us all we needed to know. I mean, you can still be involved and not have full custody, but she has been spending a considerable amount of time away from her child, which is also why I found it comical that Louis was trying to file for like emergency custody. I'm like, you guys aren't the people you're trying to present yourselves to be, and that's okay. But let's be honest about that. If you want to hide behind the fact that, oh, you know, I'm a mom, like I deserve grace and whatever, act like somebody who's trying to get on the straight and narrow. Act like somebody who's, you know, trying to be more involved, who's trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? And that goes for Louis too. I'm not even just putting that on Huda. You want emergency custody. How often have you seen your child? How often have you, like, whatever? Like, to me, that's weird. You guys are doing these things and it seems a bit performative to me. Not judging how they parent, but I feel like they're definitely trying to put on some kind of front to absolve themselves from public scrutiny. And that don't work over here. That don't work over here. Yes, they both weaponize their parenthood. Please be so for real. Be so for real. So moving on to Taylor Frankie Paul trial. I did not know who this lady was. I don't watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I've tried. That's a lie. I've considered watching it because so many people tell me, watch the show, you're gonna love the show. I'm glad I didn't watch the show because all the badness that's happening now, it seems like this was predictable. Like people knew that this Taylor lady was a very toxic lady. Now, I don't know the dynamic between her and her baby father, Dakota. It seems as if he has exhibited abusive behavior as well. So I'm not going to say that Taylor is completely in the wrong. What we have seen from Taylor is she has posted on social media in a very like cheeky tone, hey, don't throw things. You might see flashing lights. So to me, it seems like, okay, it's possible that you were receiving abuse, but you were also being abusive to somebody else and then in turn making light of it, which is very concerning for me. However, The Bachelorette was supposed to be Taylor, and I was going to review this season because, again, people were saying, hey, you should review it. So I was like, you know what? Fine. We haven't done The Bachelorette in a long time, but it has since been snatched. So we're going to watch a video about that.
TMZ has learned ABC is pulling the plug on Taylor Frankie Paul's season of The Bachelorette amid claims of domestic violence and the release of the 2023 video of her fight with baby dad Dakota Mortensen. A Disney Entertainment spokesperson told us, in light of the newly released video just surfaced today, we have made the decision to not move forward with the new season of The Bachelorette at this time, and our focus is on supporting the family. A source connected to The Bachelorette tells us no one at ABC had seen this video until TMZ posted it on Thursday morning. The season of The Bachelorette was set to premiere this Sunday on ABC, but has since been canceled. And Taylor's other reality TV show, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, has had their production paused as well.
So what's crazy to me is similar to Huda. This is information that producers knew about. Apparently, this was a whole storyline on the first season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives that Taylor was in this domestic spat with her partner. And they proceeded to cast her on the show. They proceeded to talk about this stuff on the show. And everybody's claiming this is the first time they've ever seen the footage. BS. BS. Don't believe it for 1 second. I've also seen that people are defending her, similar to the whole Huda situation. People are like, oh, she shouldn't be judged. She's a mom. She's a whatever. And I saw a video today of Rachel Lindsay, and I uploaded it, so I will play it for you guys. And I was like, this is so valid. when you are a person of color, and for me, it feels like disproportionately it's against us the most as Black people, you cannot step out of line at all. However, there is grace after grace after grace after grace after grace given towards our white counterparts. You mean to tell me you guys knew about this lady's criminal history? Okay. She has like 3 kids, not shaming her for that. She has 2 baby daddies, all this kind of stuff. If a Black woman had 3 kids, 2 baby daddies, and a criminal history, do you think she would ever be even looked at as a bachelorette? Are you so for real? They wouldn't even look in her direction, let alone consider her. But Taylor Frankie Paul, for the clicks, for the views, was fully cast. They did promo and everything. The season was slated to air on Sunday. Like, they knew and they did nothing. They absolutely knew and did nothing. They were more worried about the clicks. What? So then I saw this video today. It's a little bit long, but I just had to include it because I was like, yo, Rachel.
Obviously, Taylor Frankie Paul should have never been the Bachelorette, right? Like, that's obvious. But when I posted the video, in ways I was trolling the franchise, because although I planned on watching the show, it was funny to me that the show wanted to take this risk, but for you to have a lead of color, that was too risky, right? When it came to, hey, we're going to have our first lead of color, which took 15 years, that person had to be damn near perfect on paper because that had to make sense to your audience. They had to be digestible to your audience. So it was funny to me that this is okay, right? Divorce, and no, I'm divorced, no shame, but just the ideal bachelorette, what they have presented to us over these 20 plus years, was not this, not someone with 2 baby daddies, divorced, 3 kids, soft swinging scandal, and a felon. Former executive producer, no longer with the show, said that DEI ruined the Bachelor franchise. Obviously, that's not the case. At the end of the day, when you thought adding diversity in the form of color is what caused the franchise to crumble, it turned out at the end of the day, it was a white felon. I think that's, I mean, come on, like this, I don't think irony is the right word, but it's like, and I say this from a personal way of having been through it, it was so, you can't act like this. You can't, we're not going to air this scene because the audience will name you an angry Black female. You can't go confront your men because you're frustrated with something you're hearing, because that won't look good. It was so risky for me to be opinionated or have a personality, but think about how interesting it is that then you have this, and that's the risk you want to take. So it wasn't the lead of color that caused your franchise to crumble. It's also still crazy how there are people online that still blame me for even this latest issue in Bachelor Nation. They blame me for Soup Kitchen leaving the franchise. And they say if that never happened, then this wouldn't happen. And all I'll say is the fact that you can't hold the responsible people accountable is why people like this continue to fail upwards. People need to be held responsible for what they do and stop trying to find a scapegoat. These things are happening because of these people's very actions. It ain't nobody's fault but theirs.
So I want to apologize to the audience real quick. I failed to read the room here. I was talking about Rachel was getting her shit off, and she got to get her shit off.
Didn't have to hear her say it to know it to be true. Like we know it's true. It happens every single season of every single show. Actually, I think there was one season of The Real World. There was this girl, Naya. She was allowed to be batshit crazy. And they kept her on the show for as long as possible. So you know what? That's the one time where I've seen it work in the reverse. But almost every single show on every single season, somebody said it, we are required to work twice as hard to get half of what our counterparts receive. It's insane. We have to be on our P's and Q's all the freaking time when other people are allowed to fail forward. And yeah, it does feel like it's disproportionately like more against us, because here is a Huda who's allowed to do the same stuff that her white counterparts are allowed to do, and she be kept on the show. She gets all these brand deals. She has the biggest following leaving the show, all this kind of stuff. Taylor Frankie Paul, known to have exhibited toxic behavior. I'm not, again, to make it clear, not saying that that man ain't do some stuff too. Based on what we saw though, people in her friend group knew that she was toxic. The show knew that she had a criminal past. The show knows all of this. And Hulu still kept her on the series. Bachelorette still kept her on ABC. Huh? What? People are quick to blame folks with no power in the situation. Absolutely. Absolutely. Leah, you just sent me something else on this topic. Let me see it. Let's see, child. It's sad. It's really sad to see. Oh, yeah. I did see that the show is considering Mora as the Bachelorette. Listen, I've been out of touch from of the Bachelorette for a long time. Kind of similar to what Rachel Lindsay was saying. Like the Black women, when they were cast to be the Bachelorette, they just weren't allowed to have nuance. And this goes into something that I was dealing with the most recent season of Love Island All-Stars, right? So I don't believe that Whitney was always right. Absolutely not. However, I do believe that Black women on television should be allowed to have nuance. There are times when I am going to be the angry Black girl because I'm a Black girl who is angry. It's not a trope that I'm falling into. I am a girl who happens to be Black, and in this moment, I am angry, rightfully so. Other people are allowed to be angry. They don't get vilified. Other people are allowed to cuss people out. They don't get vilified. If a Black girl speaks on her opinion one damn time, it turns into mayhem. Happened to Alandria. Happened to, I'm trying to think of like really prominent moments over the years. The point is, it happens all the freaking time. So yeah, Taylor Frankie Paul not having her season aired, good. Good. ABC losing millions of dollars, good. Oh my gosh, I don't give a damn. I'm so happy that that is happening. I don't feel no way about it. Man, if Taylor was Black, America would be in an uproar. Absolutely. Absolutely. Then they get the bully narrative happen to Shelly and Ola SMH. And honestly, that whole bully thing doesn't even make sense to me. Even when and I'm not even trying to make it seem like it's non-Black people only who are putting those narratives on these women. It be some of us. And it's so disheartening because it's like, you let everybody else have a moment or two of weakness. Let one of us do something, and it's just, we're pulling up with pitchforks and torches. That's also another reason why I was glad this season of All-Stars, people got so mad at Belle and what's that blonde girl's name? Jessie. Because I was like, it's about damn time. Like, it's about time we hold everybody to the same standard. And until that happens, I'm going to talk about the Black women in a way where I allow them to have some nuance. Whether I agree with their behavior or not, they're allowed to have nuance on my channel. Absolutely. Until we're able to hold everybody to the same standard. Because forget that. It do be our own people. Not all skin folk is kinfolk. I'll tell you that for sure. Oof. They confirmed today that she will still be paid her salary for the show. Not surprising. They would go through a crazy lawsuit if they weren't going to pay her for the work that she did put in. Work, if you feel like it's not considered work, it's still work. So yeah, I'm not surprised that they still plan on paying her, but I'm glad the show isn't airing. Take your licks, ABC. Take that loss. Miss that money. I'll be so honest. Some of you guys have been saying, oh, Janae would be a better Bachelorette. I don't know that would be something I would tune in for personally, but why not? Why not somebody like Janae? Since we're reaching into other franchises, why not somebody like Janae? They had Maura as, I don't know if they're actually considering Maura or if the audience is just pushing for Maura. Janae's there as well. Janae had a really big year last year for good, bad, and ugly reasons. Tap into her. Why not? Why not? They absolutely fumbled. They fumbled and they know that. They would lose more money if they ran it. I don't want to subject any more folks to that stupid show. I hear it. I hear it. Yeah, see, so many people love Janae as an option. Why not? Taylor Hale from Big Brother. But a lot of people from the Big Brother side had issues with Taylor as well. They thought Taylor was loose because she had her romantic encounter on the show and stuff. And I'm just like, really? Really? Like we're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't, guys. If we're perfect, wasn't it Nick Viall? And we're gonna talk about him. Wasn't it Nick Viall who said that they didn't believe Olandria was being her true self because she was too poised, too well-spoken? It's only when she had that moment of frustration with Taylor at that like letter sending challenge or whatever, that they were like, oh, now we get to see the true Olandria. So we're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't. If we find romance, oh, you're a loose woman. If you don't find romance, you're stush. If you're outspoken, you're an angry Black woman. If you're silent, you're not being yourself. If you're eloquent, you're putting on a front. If you're not eloquent, oh, look, she's ghetto. This wasn't meant to be a Black rant, but here we are. It wasn't meant to be that, but it actually is so frustrating. They were going to run this season with Taylor as the lead, knowing that she's a divorcee, 3 kids, 2 baby daddies, and a criminal record. She pled guilty. Somebody somewhere knew this video existed, and they still went forward. Ciao. Anyways, let's talk about this Nick Viall person, because he wanted to take credit for Taylor being cast. Now he wants nothing to do with it, so that's interesting.
How did Taylor Frankie Paul ever get casted as the Bachelorette? How did The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives ever get greenlit? This video is as horrifying as it is. Happened in 2023. They were in the middle of filming the pilot.
They're gonna get people excited. Taylor Frankie Paul,
Our queen, Taylor Frankie Paul,
would be a franchise-saving cast. Oh my God, it would crush.
They went so far as to say she's their queen, which tells me they've watched the show from season 1. Most likely, one could deduce. Which tells me you were also aware of her criminal history. You were also aware of her toxic behavior. Or at the very least, her being in a toxic situation that is continuing, because she and this man have this on and off thing or whatever. You thought that would make sense to cast her as the Bachelorette, and you wanted credit for that decision. Now in 2026, you're changing your tone. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Nick literally interviewed her during season 1, and she told him verbatim what happened in that damn video. Well, ain't that something? But now you think it is so appalling. It's so egregious for them to cast Taylor Frankie Paul. Really? Like, Please, please. Oh my goodness. Mormon Wives needs to be canceled to take her completely out the show. Well, they did say they stopped filming, so I don't know what that means. I also don't know why it took so long for filming to stop, but hey man, it is what it is. I would love to know if she popped off on any of the men on The Bachelorette. That is a good question. That was the only thing that I was wondering too. I was like, okay, the only reason why I would be in favor of them airing the show is I want to see the behavior pan out on the show. They want her because she's such a chaotic character. I'm sure she was doing some of her foolishness on the show. I'm sure of it. But no. I love that the show is taking this big hit because of it. I would like for it to be shown to expose her behavior, but the problem is too many people would still be in support of her, and then ABC still gets their money. So no, we're just going to have to call it a day on that one. I wonder if they will recycle the same. Maybe. You go through all that work casting people, and then the whole season doesn't even come out. Yeah, use them again. Use them again. That's what I would do. So apparently this isn't the only incident. I'm hearing that there have been 3 incidents, and people are now mad at Dakota, and I'm not saying that they're wrong. They're mad at Dakota because he's doing this at quote unquote the height of her career. Sharing about domestic abuse whenever is the right time. Who cares where you are in your career? Like that's the right time. Now, that's not to say that he's probably being vindictive in why he's posting things now, why he's sharing things now. I don't know. I don't know his intention, but who cares where she is in her career? Who gives a damn? You're being domestically abusive? You gotta be exposed. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Oh, that's a valid point, V. She did it at the height of her career too. Come on. Wake it up. Wake it up. Oh my goodness. So speaking of Nick Viall and his Viall self, everybody knows that he is in an age gap relationship, right? He's, I think, 18 years older than his wife. She's a wife, right? Wife, girlfriend, whatever, his partner. So, of course, they started this show, Age of Attraction. Why were you guys telling me to watch that rancid show? Answer quickly. Answer for your crimes right now. Why were you guys telling me to watch that horrible show? I refuse. I don't even want my algorithm to think I'm interested in such foolishness. Like, it's such a good psych case study. No, man, I don't want to be involved. Number one, I don't want to show support to Nick Viall. I'll be so honest. But number two, the premise is just creepy. If they had a cap from 30 to 55, or maybe, guys, even that makes me feel weird. Like, why is somebody in their 20s with somebody in their 60s? No. So we're normalizing grooming now. Like, guys, no, man. You see what I mean? 60-year-old man with a 27-year-old woman. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the black couple, right? Wasn't it that she was talking about celibacy and how she wants to keep herself for her husband and stuff? Because she wanted to cuddle with the man, he's like, oh, well, now you want to have sex? Creepy man. Just creepiness all around. Guys, ooh. And if you want to watch it, I'm not shaming you for watching it. All reality TV is trash reality TV. If you want to indulge, that's your business. Me personally, I'm good. I'm not. Nope. Not up. That's crazy to me. They chose not to focus on the couples with less significant age gaps, like 1 to 8 years. Doesn't surprise me. They're really trying to get that shock value. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she wanted to do more than cuddle? Okay, my bad. My bad. I didn't see the show. I'm just going off of what people said. Ciao. I mean, support the girls. Support the recap. Support the girls. But oof, Nick Viall, I just can't do it. So on the topic of age gaps, my nephew, Jules Smith, is dating Tommie Lee. And you know, I want to know. How does one even meet and start to date somebody 20 years their junior? Like I just don't understand. But let's watch the video, child.
My baby. So fine.
It's hard to be fine. I said it's hard to be fine when you got some money on your back.
Still fine. That look good to you.
She's 40. He's 21. Like, she's 40 years old. And that's why I have a problem with shows like Age of Attraction, because like I do know it gets a little bit murky with age gaps and stuff, especially like culturally. In some cultures it's okay, in some cultures it's not, or whatever. But in no world should it make sense for a 40-year-old woman to go after a 20-year-old guy. Like, guys, no. Don't kill me. Now he's a baby to you. You got that right. Don't. I'm sorry. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. It could be for attention or clout, but like they're full on sucking face, all kind of stuff. She was straddling him in the club. Like, even for clout, it's weird. Even for clout. No, man. You see what I'm saying? That's so odd. And this is not her first time. This is not her first time with these big age gaps. To me, this is just odd. It's very odd to me. I'm just thinking, like, if I was a mom and my son starts dating my peer, that's why I was like, okay, with the Age of Attraction show, it would feel better for me personally if they started at like 30 and it ended at 60. It's still odd, but at least like that frontal lobe is developed, you're established in some sense, like you have a better sense of self, all that kind of stuff. 20 years old? No, man. Thank you. That's literally the age gap. The maturity gap is too wide. I knew someone who married a man who used to be her doctor when she was growing. Oh my goodness. To me, I've never understood the age gap thing. And I think I'm very sensitive about it because I was preyed on when I was a kid and my friends were preyed on when we were kids. And when you're kids, you don't necessarily like see how bad it is. It's only when you get older where you're just like, what the hell? If we were in our 30s and these people with the same age gap were to come around, it's different. But when you're early 20s or before that, because we were being preyed on literally as kids, we were not legal adults. It was madness. I was 14 years old, and an elder in my church is trying to holla at me. These guys who were in their late 20s when we were 16, the girls in our church, we were 16, and they were trying to prey on us. Literally, when my friends turned 18 years old, these guys went up to them. We've been waiting for you to become legal. I cannot make this up. So I'm sorry. In no world will I find it okay for a 40-year-old woman to go after a 20-year-old man. It's weird. It's weird. Child. Tommie has 2 daughters, 20 and 16, and she's dating a 21-year-old. Child. All right. Anyways, hey, Solange is 39. I did not know that. I did not know that. So you dated somebody who's even older than your mama. And again, if he was like 30, okay, whatever. Go ahead and be with a 50-year-old. 20 years old? Oh my goodness. And in your early 20s, you think you know everything about everything. You think you don't. You surely do not. And another issue that I had with some of the clips that I was seeing from Age of Attraction was the excitement that the guys got from dating these younger women. It was that guy, Jorge, and another guy, the guy who had like a 14-year-old or something. It's like they were filled with glee when they learned what the age gap was. No, ma'am. Very odd behavior. Is his name Andrew? Thank you. Solange somewhere crying, singing to Jules, could have been in love. What is wrong with you? Could have been in love by now if it wasn't for Tommie. You're wrong. You're so wrong for that. You're so wrong for that. That's who I had in mind too. Drea Michelle and Jalen Green. I had them in mind too. She another one. Weirdo. I'm not sure. To the people watching the show, are they together? How could I not sing the song? The lyrics were there. The melody just ran straight into my head. Had to sing the song. Had to. But anyways, y'all said y'all wanted to hear Amaya rapping. Oh, Lord. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Leah, I'm gonna block you. Because why would you ever subject us to something like that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why? Child. Untouchable. You know who that reminds me of? Jocelyn Hernandez. It gives that energy. I'm like, sweetie, you can't rap or sing. What is going on? And why is that so many people's pipeline? Like, oh, I have some notoriety now. Let me make some music. No. There are other things you can be doing. Not this, child. Ooh, Lord. No. But the difference with Cardi B is that the flow made sense. This girl, child. Oh, you think that was rude? You can go listen to the video yourself. It's on there on the internet. Go ahead and listen to it. It's just not for me. No, child. I'm good. Amaya won the show. Why? Her trajectory is not going where it was supposed to go. But then again, have y'all noticed that with Love Island, second place often tends to be the true winners? Like first place rarely truly gives first place energy. It's always number 2. That's US or UK. Number 2, they're the true winners of the show. Child. Oh, it was It was rude for me to subject you to the video. Okay. Ooh, child. Oh, yeah, I'd be forgetting she won too. Maybe it is less pressure. I think you're right. I think you're right. Oh, you loved my wedding video? Thank you. There's a part in there. There's a few parts in there that are solely in my language. Guys, I'm not going to lie. Some of those words were deep. So I couldn't translate. So y'all just going to have to listen to the language as it is. But yeah, somebody asked last week for me to talk about my wedding and married life and stuff. That's what the vlog channel is for. I've already spoken about that stuff. I've also, why can't I speak today? Posted my wedding video, so you can check that out over there. Like Kai and Sanam, Nate and Cara, only a few actual winners have done well. Kai and Sanam are doing well though. They're doing well as a couple, but like as a brand. Molly Mae from Love Island, UK got second. Yeah. And look at her. Let me see if there's any more tea I need to send you. We can go live another day. I just wanted to make up for last week. Guys, pray for me, to those who pray, because 2026 is so trash. 2026 is so ass. Like, goodness sakes. Yeah, man. But anyways, that's all I've been seeing lately. Actually, no, that's what I saw from last week. And I wanted to make up for it. We could go live again. When did we used to go live? On Mondays? That used to be my day to go live. But we'll see. I didn't talk about Vic and Christine because I don't know what y'all are talking about. Like, what's the tea? What's there to talk about? Y'all let me know. Oh, I have a cute face. It's so kind of you. And I was feeling very dusty today. They were on Fox News. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's gonna have to be explained to me. Y'all gotta remember I'm Canadian. So I don't. Is this relevant? Very God and religion. They came out as mega. Oh, did? Oh. Well. 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 You know, Vic. A lot of people were wondering why he was struggling so much in love, and maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Oh, Jessie Wu did live about it? Okay, I'll have to watch that. But did they come out as, well, I guess what you guys are saying is if you're going on a MAGA platform, then you're likely MAGA. I'm assuming that that's what you're deducing here. Interesting. Well, you got to also understand, I don't watch the news. So I don't know what it means to be on Fox. I do know what it means, actually, because that whole Tamara situation with her husband. What was her husband's name? What's her husband's name? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Adam. People were mad at Tamara because her husband was like a Fox news correspondent or something, and that meant that he was MAGA or something like that. But anyways, I don't watch the news, nor am I American, so that was going to take me a second to put together, but I'm here. I'm here now. I'm here. I'm with y'all. Okay. I'm with y'all. Yeah, Adam Housley. I used to love Tamara and Adam, and then something got weird with them. Maybe it is the mega. I don't know. Something got weird. I kind of, yeah. They were calling her Tamega. I didn't know that one. I know they always make it seem like Tia is not a twin, or they make like the racist jokes about Tamara being a. You guys can use your imagination, but I did not know they were saying Tamega. That's crazy. I did hear about the Afro Man case, and I didn't even know the Afro Man was going to court to settle this whole thing. But I remember hearing his song because I was watching Here's the Thing podcast like some time ago, and they were talking about Afro Man's song and how he was upset that the police mistakenly raided his home and they took his money and they ate his cake and all kinds of stuff. So the fact that this went to court is insane. The man was in full American American flag attire and just whopping them people because you came into my home and you raided my place for what? For nothing. I am going to make you look stupid on the stand. Are you dumb? What? But also, this is the man who did the song Because I Got High. They really thought they were going to be speaking to a serious man? Please. Please. Yeah, I always feel bad for Tamara because when it comes to the twins, Tamara was actually my twin. I loved Tamara so much, but yeah, it got a bit weird. And when I was watching The Real, I was kind of coming into my own as an adult woman. And I was realizing there's a lot of things that Tamara would say regarding like marriage or how she relates to her friends and all kinds of stuff that I just didn't agree with. And I was like, oh, my heart. This pains me, you know? She was one of the celebs that I just loved down. But I was like, yeah, fundamentally, I don't know, something's a little off sometimes. So I was like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Oh, Alexis is in the chat. Where's she at? How come I can't see her? Uh-oh. StreamYard don't like you, Alexis. It's not showing any of your messages here. Oh, there we go. You said you keep missing it. Baby, this was scheduled from yesterday. So I can't help you now. Yeah, I do miss the show. I feel like some of it became very gimmicky, but I did like the conversations they would have. But then again, when you see the real side of some people, you start to think, oh, don't know if I fully agree with this person who I loved so much, right? It happened with Adrienne Bailon as well. Not as much as Tamara, but Adrienne would say some things that I was just like, yeah, interesting. Oh, I didn't see that. I think Janae would be perfect due to the past with Kenny. If ABC were smart, they would have cast her and play that part up. So as so many people love Janae. I do think from a reception standpoint, she would have been received very well by a lot of people. So many people were so mad at Kenny. Her following shot up. Not that it wasn't high to begin with, but it did shoot up around that whole scandal. And at least the scandal was surrounding somebody else. It didn't have to do with anything that she was doing, to our knowledge. That makes sense. In the same way that Ariana Madix was brought over to the whole Love Island thing, and people loved it because of the scandal that she went through with her mans, the person that you're bringing on the show isn't doing the scandalous behavior. Scandal was happening around them. That makes sense. ABC has been in the game too long to make such a rookie mistake like that. Like, what? Oh my goodness. I'm not saying Adrienne is mega. I'm saying Adrienne would say certain things that I just personally didn't align with. That's all I'm saying. I don't know who is what and where and the when. I don't know. Yeah, Jeannie Mai's dark meat comment. I was like, oh girl. And then she went and married her dark meat just for them to get divorced anyways. I said, hey. Interesting. Yeah, Kenny is still talking, and it's weird. It's weird. Can you make announcements on Discord when you go live, please? YouTube plays. I could have sworn that the live was posted in there. I could have sworn, guys. I could have sworn. Hold on. Let me check now, because it was posted, mamas. Miss Erica, she don't play. Miss Erica posted it. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But aren't you trying to get married on the show? I love Janae, but she's trying to get a ring right now. I actually think she is. I actually think she is. She's been pretty vocal about the fact that she wanted Kenny to get on that real quick. But then again, they would have been together for a year. So I don't know if she would have been okay being engaged by the end of the series, but I know that she definitely wants to get married soon. That is a fact. That is a fact. And at least the good thing is the Bachelorette ends in an engagement. It doesn't end in marriage. So you can be engaged and then you date for however long you want to, whatever, right? If in fact you're just not ready. Janae wants a foreign man. That's going to be her downfall if she's not careful. Does she? Where did she say that? And Jeannie had a baby with Jeezy when she swore up and down that she didn't want kids with her ex-husband just to get divorced from Jeezy. Yeah, that one is a sticky one because I do feel like a big reason why she didn't want kids was because she didn't feel settled in her first marriage. So some people are like that. You think you don't want kids and then you realize, oh, I just didn't want kids with you. But with Jeannie, there's definitely more because, yeah, the whole dark meat thing was wild. It was wild. That was wild. She said it on Love Island? I don't recall that. She wanted a foreign man? That doesn't surprise me. I just don't recall her saying it. But, yeah, I think somebody like Janae would have made sense. Even people saying Maura would be a nice option, that would make sense. Nobody else from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Let's just not even touch that. Let's not. I did see the Dwight Howard drama, but I didn't fully understand it, so I don't know if I can comment on it. Because my friend was sending it to me, and I was just like, honestly, there's a lot of context that I'm missing here. I'm not following. I'm not following. You're saying no one from Love Island? Wait, I missed it. No one from Love Island. I would say if they're going to get anybody from Love Island, it's got to be the older seasons of Love Island, which I guess technically that is Maura. But, somebody like Justine, who's 31, 32, like somebody who's older. If you are going to go that route, we know all these networks are dipping into each other's, whatever the word is. So yeah. Did you see what Usher said about Diddy? What'd he say? I don't follow nothing Diddy related, so I have no idea. What did he say? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's a tough one. But I also do have a video about this on my vlog channel. Guys, I'm telling you, go to the vlog channel. For my personal stuff, you're going to get the answers there. I feel like I've spoken about this. It probably would just be Sadza and Meat. Oh, he's back in Diddy. Is he? Interesting. Wasn't Usher also in Bali with Russell? Somebody confirm that, please. I feel like that happened. Thank you. All right. Well. And that's why I cannot ever be a stand for anybody. We don't know these people. We don't know how they live. We don't know their daily life. And so people will be online windmilling for an absolute stranger, and you don't know this person's morals. You don't know anything about these people. I could never be a stand for anybody. And that includes Beyonce. And as much as I love Beyonce, I could never be a stand to the point where in my eyes she could do no wrong. Absolutely not. We are all humans. We are all, at fault for something at some point. Especially in Hollywood, them be the weirdest people on planet Earth. Whew. What happened? I loved Usher, but ever since I saw him mention how hot he found Sabrina Carpenter unprompted in multiple interviews, I started getting the ick. The man is almost 50 and Sabrina is a young girl. Kiss my teeth. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. Well, I don't like the voodoo stuff because I'm just going to say it. It's quite xenophobic. But hey, I heard the gumbo made a lot of people sick. So, yeah, I think it's just a matter of not preparing it well or not managing it well in the heat and stuff like that. Like, that's just not, that just didn't make sense. And he even giggled and said, her dad is probably going to kill me, but she is hot. Oh my gosh. What does kiss my teeth mean? It means this. Where you like kiss your teeth, like, mercy. Anyways, guys, we've been on for an hour. That's all I wanted to do. So I'm ready to log off. At this point, what celebrity isn't weird? That's the thing. And that's why y'all will never see me go up crazy for anybody, celebrity or otherwise. Even people who I know intimately, it's not like I'm not going to defend them when they need defending, but we just don't know how people live in the dark. We don't know that. Everybody is infallible to me. No, that's not right. Everybody has their fallacies to me. So, no, sir. No, sir. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys had a great evening. I'll try to go live more often. Guys, like I said, 2026 has been hard for me. I will talk about it soon in a video on the vlog channel. If you're not subscribed, go and subscribe. Though YouTube now has a feature where you can collaborate. So I have been collaborating the most recent videos. So if you're not subscribed there, you'll still see them on this page. But I hope to be live more often because I like talking to y'all. It's always a great time, Am I excited for Love is Blind Sweden tomorrow? Yes, I actually am. I actually am. All right, guys, have a good night. Bye.